I heard about the Brooklyn shoe space because one of my really good friends had actually consulted Keiko and the team on a project that she was working on and had a really positive experience. And I told her about my foot problems and how I really wish that I could just make a shoe that fit me. She recommended Brooklyn Shoe Space as sort of like the place to learn how to do that. To explain a little bit about my foot problems, I'm Asian, as you can tell, and Asian women, a lot of them tend to have bunions. They run in my entire family. In addition to that, I had a stress fracture on the bottom of my foot, so I needed something a little bit more cushiony. And so I was originally directed to wear Hoka's, which were good for the beginning of my recovery. But then I realized that zero drop shoes were actually better for me because they were putting less pressure on the ball of my foot. So I was seeking a zero drop option that had a little bit of cushion and was wide enough to accommodate my bunions, but also narrow enough to accommodate my narrow heel. So as you can imagine, that did not exist on the market. I was pretty much wearing my Ultras 24/7 until I found the Brooklyn shoe space. The first pair of shoes that I originally wanted to design was really working with the shape of my natural foot. So it starts with the last. We kind of sketched out where my foot naturally likes to splay and then kind of designed a toe box around that. I was also inspired by men's dress shoes, so hence the single lacing here. Even though with the original last, we had already added volume to where my bunion and Taylor's bunion were for my left foot, that wasn't enough, so we added even more volume. And we also made the toe box a little bit higher, and we also had to bring the heel in. So all the problems that I had originally, basically we just went even further in trying to address those. This shoe definitely fits a lot better. The material is a lot better, and I actually wore this to a holiday party and got so many compliments. So I'm super happy with how this one turned out. For the third pair of shoes, I decided to explore a stretchy fabric because I really wanted a boot that would fit exactly to the contours of my leg and my feet. Keiko, the teacher, actually said it was a pretty advanced shoe, but with her help, we were able to make something that fits my leg pretty darn nicely. So super proud of how this one came out. For my fourth pair of shoes, I'm making a pair of asymmetrical sandals. They're going to be bright orange with shades of brown. Prior to doing research on what I wanted to make shoe-wise, I hadn't really seen that many asymmetrical shoes out there. So I thought that would be another neat design element to explore. I'm so glad I did the 10-day class because I think I learned so much from each pair of shoes. It's crazy to think about where I started with the first pair and like where I am working on my fourth pair. Getting to work with the different types of leathers and materials, I think, was probably my favorite part. And I think that's a really important part of the process that maybe I wouldn't have had as much exposure to if I weren't working on 4 different pairs of shoes, each with a different material and their own challenges. I've gotten so many compliments on the shoes and also people reaching out to me saying that they're interested in taking the class as well. And I think it just goes to show the appetite that there is right now for working with your hands, learning a new craft, doing something in a sustainable way as well. Like a lot of people who are interested in shoes were like, I don't necessarily want to buy all these shoes, but I do want to make ones that I love and know will fit me and will last me a lifetime. So I'd say for anyone who, wants to pick up a new hobby, is sustainably minded, wants to try mastering a new skill, I think this is a perfect class. This is probably like the greatest sense of accomplishment I've had in a really long time, like getting to make 4 pairs of shoes end to end and see that process and the output that comes with that. I think there's very few things like in the modern world where you can say that.